Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, we're celebrating Wednesday because it marks the half point of the work week. So after this day, I'll be over halfway done with my work and it'll be the weekend. And I'm pretty excited for the weekend, let me tell you. I'm going to a concert, a 2-day concert, which is gonna be kind of fire. And I'm pretty excited, I can't lie. I usually don't like big crowds of people and like stuff like that, but I'm actually hella excited because some pretty good artists are playing and me and my friends are going, and there's gonna be a lot of people that I know there, and it's just gonna be a good time. At least I hope so. Maybe one day I'll be able to perform like that. That would be actually sick as hell. I would love to perform. I would love to have my own show. I don't know how people like do it, because I know there's one guy that is playing and he's like an opening guy. And he is playing for like, I don't know how long, but I don't know how you get contacted to play at a show. Like, did he contact them, or did they reach out, or did they put like did he like ask someone, or does he have a manager? Like, I don't know. But it would be so freaking fire to like have my own show and fucking perform. Dude, that sounds insane. It sounds insane. I would fucking love to do that, man. It is some kind of dream of mine. And dreams, you're not supposed to give up on. I'm saying. I think you should chase your dreams no matter what. Even though if it sounds impossible and it sounds like it's out of reach, or it just sounds different and dumb, it isn't different and dumb, because, you know, even though you're doing something different, doesn't mean that like it's a bad thing. But people, listen, people are gonna make fun of you regardless of what you do. Regardless. You're just gonna have to learn to live with the fact that you are gonna get made fun of, and you are, yeah, most people are gonna make fun of you, even your friends especially. But I think if you have good friends, it's more like teasing and not like actually like bullying in some kind of way, because that would just be cringe. Then you need to get new friends, partner. Because at first when I started making music, I was like, I didn't want to tell people, because I didn't want people to hear me rap, or to like hear me, like people I knew. I didn't want people who I knew to hear me rap and just like do this other different weird shit. But I just kind of started not caring about what people I don't really talk to anymore think, because it does not matter, and it's something I want to do. So I'm not gonna let that stop me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let people thinking that what I'm doing is cringe and weird stop me from doing what I like. You know what I'm saying? So stay cringed, stay based, stay swagged out, dude. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So never stop chasing your dreams, okay? Yeah. I don't really know what to talk about. I'm just kind of yappering because I kind of wanted to yappering. If you guys know me, which you should do by now, I do yap a lot and I do like yapping. But I only yap when I'm comfortable with people. Like, if you knew me IRL as like if you don't really know me IRL, I think I would be a lot more quiet, and I would be a lot more like avoiding interaction. But I'm trying to get better at that, and I have actually. I've gotten so much better at like being social and speaking up and saying my opinion and speaking socially, you know what I'm saying? And I love it because I'm seeing progress in myself, and I'm actually saying the things I want to do, and I'm actually saying my opinions, and that makes my life a whole lot better because then I'm more likely to get the things I want, and I can express how I feel about things. Because before I would just be like, yeah, it's whatever, I don't really care. But now I try to actually find an answer instead of letting others decide. Ooh, that was bars right there. That was bars. So on camera, I'm very yappative. But it always depends on my mood. Because listen, I'll record some of these videos where I'll just be talking, and I'll stick to one topic, or I'll try to stick to one thing to talk about, and I can't talk about that for like 15 minutes. So I often just talk about something random, and then the video gets bad, I feel like it, so I delete it, and then I just, so it low-key depends on my mood and how I'm feeling. Because sometimes I'll write stuff down in my notes app. And I'll write like what I think about during the day and be like, oh, this would be good for a video, and this would be like funny to talk about, or like interesting. And I'll write it down in my notepad, and then I like look at it before I record a video, and then like I'll record the video. Oh, bus, there's a bus, fuck. Bus. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, I'll often like try and find topics to talk about, but that is low-key making it harder to talk for like 15 minutes or for like longer. You gotta excuse me. It's 7:30 in the morning right now. I'm driving to work. I just felt very yappative. Ugh. Maybe it's because I slept well. Because I slept like 8 hours. And sleeping is goated. Not enough people get their sleep, you know what I'm saying? I talked to one of my friends, and he was like, yeah, I get like 6 hours of sleep a day. And that really isn't that bad. Like, I've talked to people who like sleep like 2 hours a day, and it's just like, damn, how are you alive? But like 6 hours really isn't that bad, but I don't think because I know myself, I know that I would need to kind of have 8 hours to be my best self during the day. Because sleep, like resting, is so important, bro. And I get socially tired kind of quickly, and like mentally tired, so I often really like to just lay in my bed to just doze off, or just like mindlessly watch something. So yeah, rest for me is like really important. But I've talked to people who like, for some reason, people still at the big age of 19, people the same age as me, are flexing how little they sleep. Dude, bro, that is not a flex, bro. Get your sleep. Like, I swear they be thinking that they're so cool because they don't get enough sleep. And it's just like, damn, bro. You do not have insomnia. Maybe you do, but I feel like if you have insomnia, you wouldn't flex it. That's my friend. Did I bring my work? Yeah. If you have insomnia, I don't think you would be flexing your sleep. And I can't lie. When I was younger, I did want to like have not sleeping problems, but I wanted to like be like looked at as cool and looked at as like nonchalant, and that I'm a night owl, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not much of a night owl. I mean, sometimes I am. Sometimes I am. But like, I've stayed up a whole night maybe 1 or 2 times. One time alone and one time with friends. And dude, I'm just enabled to function the next day. Because I was staying up all night on like a school day because I wanted to feel rebellious, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I did it, I can't lie. I was watching, oh dude, what's that one Netflix show that's like with the podcast and it's the guy, oh, it's such a good show, but I forgot the name. I watched it like multiple times too. The Midnight Gospel. The Midnight Gospel. Oh my peak! Dude, it's so good. If anyone has not watched The Midnight Gospel, bro, you need to tap in with that. It is so fucking good. It is so freaking good. And I love it. Because it just talks about, I don't know, it just talks about emotions and spirituality, and they have like segments from actual podcasts that happen, and they have it like animated in such like a cool way, and I love it, man. I'm so sad that it like got canceled or like stopped producing. I don't know why, but for some reason they stopped like making seasons after the first season. I actually don't know how many seasons there are, but it is such a good show. I even like listened to one of the original podcasts because I just thought it was so cool what they were talking about, and it was just so deep. Like, dude, it was just so deep, and I fuck with it heavily. So I recommend that, 10 out of 10. I watched it with my friend. Yeah, okay, this is what I was talking about. I watched it when I was staying up all night, and I was watching it with my friend on Discord. And we were just, both of us were up all night, and when it turned like 4 a.m., we had just finished like watching an episode, and it just turned 4 a.m. and I was just looking outside at like the sun rising, and I have like a window I can open like fully, and I live on the bottom floor, so I can jump out and kind of like walk in the garden. So I was doing that. I walked in my garden and I was watching the sunset, and I heard the birds chirp, and I was just like, oh my god, this is beautiful. But it's such a bizarre feeling when you're tired as hell, because I was very tired, but it was such a beautiful like scenery, and just, yeah, I love it. So yeah, I'm not much of a night owl, to be precise. I have friends that stay up to like 2 a.m. and they have work in the morning. Like, they have to get up in like 5 hours or something. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? What the hell Yamas? What the hell Yante? What the hell Barry? So yeah, never give up on your dreams, fam. You know what I'm saying? No one really watches these videos, which kind of sucks, but I'm not making these videos to get views. I'm making them to kind of like keep a video diary of like how my life is going, because I can look back on this And I'll be like, oh, I was in this state of mind when I was making this video. And yeah. But I'm gonna end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drink your water, eat your food, go work out, get some steps in, you know what I'm saying? And stay cringe, stay based.